Greetings to all. With the restrictions imposed by the COVID scourge, Sangeet Ashram has been presenting various virtual concerts over the YouTube channel. And today we shall focus our attention on ancient Indian instruments, in particular the Veena, a stringed instrument which has been symbolized by the image of Ma Saraswati holding one. In recent times, on behalf of Sangeet Ashram, eminent musicologist and critic Vidushi Meena Banerjee and Hindustani classical vocalist Shupriya Datta visited Chidakash Kalaloy, a music center, to witness the extensive research of Sri Pyal Bhattacharya, who has reconstructed several Indian instruments, including different varieties of the Veena. We will present and focus in particular on the evolution of Veena in general, followed by some short recitals and demonstrations. Over to Vidushi Meena Banerjee and Shupriya Datta.
Namaskar. Firstly, my humble regards and pranam to our Guru, Padma Shri Pandit Vijay Kichlu ji, Vidushi Shubhraguha ji, Vidushi Meena Banerjee, and Sri Bhaskar Mitra. Far from the maddening crowd, Chidakash Kalalaya is a heaven for those youngsters who are dedicatedly working to revive the rich but diminishing cultural heritage of ancient India. The institution was established in 2013 with this special vision of Kalamandalam Pyal Bhattacharya, an erudite scholar of Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra and an untiring researcher dedicated to preserve, practice and propagate traditional art and culture. It has been hosting the olden practice and performance following Bharata's Natya Parampara as stated in Natya Shastra and as envisioned after painstaking research by Pyal Bhattacharya. This institution instills the Guru Shishya Parampara and self-evolution within the young and inquisitive minds. The disciples here lead a simple life of an ashram where knowledge and propagation of art and culture plays the major role. All these practices are done staying under one roof, detaching oneself from the fast modern life. As such, they are developing as multi-talented artists and contributing to the society as the worthy exponents of rich Indian heritage.
Pranam and welcome to this unique event blessed by Pandit Vijay Kichlu and presented by Sangeet Ashram. I use the word unique because this promises to show us some glimpses of Veenas, different Veenas, and their traditional value that was developed around 200 BC, even before that. Because in Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra, we find they are mentioned there. So it proves that they were in practice even before 200 BC. We have with us Kalamandalam Pyal Bhattacharya, a very well-known scholar of Natya Shastra. The best part of his research is the reconstruction of lost traditions of ancient Indian music, dance, and theatre. And after that, he does not stop there. He tries to inspire the generation of youngsters to imbibe all those values, replete with science, philosophy, and spirituality. Very recently, he has again reconstructed a lost tradition of a Veena. So there are many things which we would like to know from you. But before that, please tell us what is the root of the word Veena? Why it is called Veena?
Because according to Sanskrit, Veena itself is a Strilinga Shabda. Okay. So, the Shabda itself, we called it Bija. Okay. So, the Lakshana, the characteristic, it itself there in the word. This is our duty, to find out the characteristic. So, Veena is Strilinga Shabda. In the ancient time, in the Vedic period, they used to use the arched harp type of Veena. The name was Bana, actually. Until today also, if you go to Madhya Pradesh, there is a Vana and also, Beena. Both were there. Okay. So, Vana is a Punglinga Shabda of Veena and Veena is a Strilinga Shabda. Veena manifests actually a very different type of musical sound. Like that, we have two type of time and space. One is called transcendental time and space and another one is called empirical time and space. That is called Laukik and Alaukik, Kal and Mahakal. So Veena, this instrument is, actually the Sharira of Goddess Saraswati. According to Abhinavagupta, Saraswati don't has any other feature. Veena is actually, the Sharira of Saraswati. So, by this we can understand this instrument will not produce something very entertaining. Okay. It will not produce the sound. That sound will entertain the audience. So the purpose is, that is your inner sadhana. So the structure of Veena, if you see from Ekatantri, okay, if I take the Ekatantri Veena even.
Yes, I wanted to know how many types of Veenas are mentioned in Natya Shastra.
Natya Shastra generally mention, Chitra Veena, 7-string Chitra Veena, 9-string Bipanchi Veena, Kachapi Veena and Ghoshakadi. So now Ghoshakadi, what is the Ghosha Veena? So if you go to Vakyapadya and even other text, Ghosha means rava. It's a rava. Means it's a continued flow of sound. That sound is it is give you only a rava. Only a ravana. So that is called the Ghosha. So Ghosha was one string, actually tube zidar, if we translate it in English. So generally, actually in the ancient time, if you see the sculpture of Saraswati or sculpture of Nataraja, the Veena you will see one gourd is here and one stick. There is no, another gourd. They used to play by plucking, okay. So that's called the Ekatantri Veena. So according to Sarangadeva, Sangita Ratnakara, Sarangadeva himself mentioned that Ekatantri is actually Ghosha. And now from Ekatantri, the next derived form is called Alavani. Now generally we are a little bit confused. So many scholars or musicologists, they asked, so how one string Veena could be Alapini? You cannot show the alap like today's alap. No, it's not like that. Today's alap is something developed after 16th century. Okay, we must keep in our mind. And also the style of alap we play in Veena, style of alap we play in Surbahar, Sursringar, Drupadi Ravab, Sitar. It's very different rendition. If someone should study the Sangita Ratnakar thoroughly, Sarangadeva mentioned different type of kaku swara. Okay, yantra kaku, swara kaku, vadya kaku. Okay, so this is the different rendition. And generally, it's depend upon the size. the shape, okay, of the body of that instrument, okay. Like I have a shape, I have a structure of the body. He has a different type of structure of the body. Like I'm a dancer. So how much, what I can able to do, the another person can't able to do that. So that's why we should not, create a confusion that one string veena cannot play the alapa, because there was a nibaddha alapa, anibaddha alapa, okay. If we study the Parshadeva Sangeeta Samayasara, already I had, contributed one article to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan last year, it's not yet published. The Nishkalavadya and Shakalavadya. So this Ekatantri Veena, Alavini Veena comes under Nishkalavadya. So that's why, we can see this Vadya being a Lakshana or being a Vyanjana in the hand of Shiva and hand of Vakdevi. Okay, because Shiva means Nishkala Shiva. So Nishkala means without color. And what is kala? Kala means, the manifestation, the first manifested sound. So that's why Shiva don't use fretted instrument. Because fretted means segregation. Okay, and unfretted means Nishkala, Advaita. So this thing, if we can understand, it's not difficult to understand what is Veena. And also the one thing, let me finish, that one god will be here. From Ekatantri also one god used to be here. For Alabini, it should hear. It should touch your heart. So that's why, if we travel to Southeast Asia, where we gone, the same type of parallel instrument name is Kasadiu. Okay, so that's called the sound of your heart. So they place that god over here and they play, and the same portion, still today surviving at Orissa. The last living legend is Channu, okay, Channu Lal. He plays, that Alabini Tuhila, and also in Jharkhand, Lalu Shankar Mahali, he is a living legend. He plays also Tuhila. Now the one thing that Ekatantri, the Alabini, actually it's named Alabu. If we study Bharatavasya, he mentioned there is a three type of Veenas: Vakra, Kurma, Alavu. Vakra, Kurma, all the arched harp. Like Chitra Veena, Bipanchi Veena, Matta Kokila Veena, this all comes under Vakra Veena. Now Vakra, Kurma Veena, Kachapi Veena, Drupadi Ravab, this Carnatic Veena all comes under Kurma Veena. And Alavu, this Ekatantri, Rudra Veena, Alavini Veena comes on Alavu. So Alavu is the god, and this god can manifest the sound, so that sound will be very subtle. It manifests very subtle sound. And when you are playing, you are listening himself, okay, what you are playing. So you are playing for yourself. I think in the Drupada Panchashika, there one article was written, that William Jones, one of the friend of William Jones, he did thorough, study on Rudra Veena, and he did write and later to William Jones, the later published by Premlata Sharma to Drupad Panchashika, and he mentioned the name of this instrument is Antarmukhi Vadya.
Thank you so much. You have reconstructed quite a few types of Veena. So what are they?
Actually, see, reconstruct is a very problematic area. Reconstruction is very, very problematic area. Generally, if I have to reconstruct the harp, so, harp is now not under tradition, Guru Parampara. But, in Gond tribe, there is, last tribe was Pandro, they used to play, 5-string Indian arched harp, okay. And our neighbor country, Burma, Cambodia, their national instrument is harp. Though the name of the harp is not harp, in Burma the name is Saongok, okay. And in Cambodia they call it harp. Patrick Carasel, one ethnomusicologist from France, 33 years he did the extensive research, and he reconstructed from Angkor, Bayan, from different temple, the arched harp, okay. So when it comes under ethnomusicology. All the reconstruction is not so very easy, and it's not the cup of tea for everyone. So you have to follow few rules. First of all, you have to find the instrument from sculpture. Second, from painting. Third, you have to find out, you have to, do hard work, in any living tradition is still today is surviving or not. Okay, without pratyaksha pramana, you cannot do any reconstruction. So I got, for when I reconstructed Ekatantri, I got the measurement from Shastra, and Shastric measurement, they follow the ancient math. Okay, so you have to study the ancient math, then only you will get. And also the problem is the Anguli Pramana, the Shastra gives. In Prachin century, means in the ancient, the Pramana was different, medieval century Pramana was different. And also it's depend upon the instrument is for whom. It should follow, is my instrument, it should follow my Anguli Pramana. Okay. And if I take the Anguli Pramana or the Java Pramana, so it comes in very different type of measurement. That measurement we don't follow. So I got the Alabani. So Alabani also one string stick zidar, okay. And then when I saw from Cambodia and everything, especially the plucking technique you have to find out. Because Alabani, we cannot pluck like Rudravena. We cannot pluck like sitar. It's a very, that portion is very difficult. It generally don't comes to everyone. You have to pluck like this way. Even you go to Belur and Halevid, everywhere this mudra you will get when Shiva plucking Alapini or Saraswati is plucking Alapini. So this was very important gesture for me to travel with this gesture up to Southeast Asia. That this gesture is relevant. Few people in musicologists, they told in India, they are great musicologists, but they have all preconceived notion. No, it's just like a mudra, because it's Shiva, they are showing Ardha Chandra. I mean, what about Saraswati? What about Saraswati? So, the thing is, we must apply our logic to reconstruct and, to revive the tradition.
What is your latest find?
My latest find is, it's very unique. Because see, this is 24 years I am doing this research. Now I am 45. I started the research when my age was 20. I understood the vision of Bharata. Okay, because the Veena, the term Bharata used. And see, Bharata 7 string, 9 string, then Kachapi, and then Ghosha, few names he mentioned. By using those names, all over the world instrument comes under this. So it's a global viewpoint of Bharata. Though it's written in Sanskrit, no matter. You go, Audh, it's same like Kurma. Mandolin, same like Kurma. So there is just the definition, Veena kitna prakar ka ho sakta hai world mein. Vakra hoga, nahi to Kurma hoga, or nahi to Alabu hoga. Danda Veena comes under Alabu. I think that is my latest thing. Abhinavagupta mentioned what is the importance of Veena and what is the importance of harp. Because when the new learner is coming, the Swara and Shruti will be not correct. But when you are singing, what is happening inside your throat, the student is not understanding. So merely student is imitating. And that mere imitation, it's not a conscious teaching method. So if you can give him or her harp, but the guru will tune the harp. Now you pluck the string. There is a 21 string for the septati. For 3 shaptak hai usme. So plucked karo or gana gao. That's all. So the Shruti and Swara will be perfect for you.
What about the bamboo Veena, Rudra Veena?
Yes, the bamboo Rudra Veena, actually, I got a fellowship from Tata Trust. Bahauddinji, actually, mainly to get the fellowship from Tata Trust, Bahauddinji was behind me. These Veenas, they used to play, for different sampradaya. Its sampradaya means not like today's gharana. If you are from Tantric sampradaya, the wood will be for your Veena Khadira kashta. Okay. जिसको हम खैर कहते हैं. If you are Vaishnavite, your Veena will be made out of teak wood. If you are Shaivite, your Veena will be made out of bamboo. Now why the bamboo? Because if you read the Hevajra Tantra, okay, in Hevajra Tantra they mention the color of Shushumna. The inner color of Shushumna is beige color. And the outer layer of the Shushumna is red color. Okay. So the Tantric people, they do the Upasana, all we are following the same path, but that is the typical identity. So even, Bahauddin ji told me, nahi, Khadir ka veena acha bhi bajega, but it's very heavy. Don't make, because we are discussing. Because for the reconstruction we have to do. He told it's from different parampara. And that parampara not like today's Gharana parampara. Sorry to say. Because Gharana is something different and Sampradaya is something different. The difference between Gharana and Sampradaya means Samyak Rupena Dhyati iti Sampradaya. Sabko ek hi vidya dena hai. No difference in vidya. Okay, it's open to all. Vidya, if we called it for Ma Saraswati, it's for everyone. Brahma is for everyone, Shiva is for everyone. We cannot distinguish that it's for you or it's not for you.
This bamboo veena is mentioned in Natya Shastra?
No, Natya Shastra, mention only Ghosha Veena. And those time, if you read the Buddhist text, Veena made out of bamboo. Sangeet Ratnakar mentioned Veena should made out of bamboo or Khadira Kashta or teakwood, even made out of bronze. Okay. So it's the metal. But, it's dependent upon the tonality. What type of tone you want actually. It's dependent upon that you make your own veena. But the bamboo veena gives a natural, organic sound. Okay. Because that sound is not to entertainment, the sound. It's for your own. That's the thing. It's good that, I reconstructed bamboo veena from Miraj. He's the only one person. His family can, know how to make bamboo veena. Though, there is another person, Dhabal Mistri in Ahmedabad. He also make bamboo veena. But Altaf Bhai is coming from direct lineage. Dhabal also has a good lineage, okay? But the generation gap was not there for Altaf Bhai. And Altaf Bhai, how he fixed the wax fret, and the Shruti, these were very perfect for me. Those are very good, okay, both. And now the thing is, now who will teach this bamboo veena? Because Dabir Kha used to play bamboo veena. Previously, Asad Ali ji also used to play bamboo veena, but later, he moved to play, wooden veena also, generally. Kyuki, after, developed by Sitar and Surbahar, I think bamboo veena lost its own beauty, the beauty of the sound. Okay. And generally, वो लोग कहते थे कि उन्हीं सीजन में वो बार बार गिरते थे, ये होते थे, वो होते थे, इसलिए bamboo veena छोड़ दिया. So then, I came to know that I used to know when I was doing research also, Dabir Kha used to play bamboo veena. And the Dabir Khaji's direct disciple Santosh Banerjee is there at Calcutta. But that time he was very old. And the main thing, So then, one day I called the daughter. So I called Shahanadi. And Shahanadi, gave the number of Ujjalindu Babu, that my father taught him only Surbahar. And Shahanadi told me he knows that Teen Mijrab. Because, the Veena ka tradition, the Teen Mijrab se seekhna padta hai. Waisa nahi hai. So he has this tradition, Ujjalindu Babu. And after that, he decided that, okay, let teach to him because the tradition will survive. So actually the credit goes to him. I have taken him to Bahauddin ji also. Bahauddin ji also guided him. His contribution is also there, always, behind me and behind him, that I understood what is Veena because his great-grandfather used to play bamboo veena. That bamboo veena is still there, in his house. Okay. Yes, in the Drupad film, you see, the little Bahauddin ji, he's playing that veena that is made out of bamboo. Okay, so they have the idea because they have the Gharana, Parampara. They are working with that.
Could we have a demonstration, please, of this
yes,
veena?
Then I can call Shayok. Shayok can demonstrate, whatever he studied from Ujjalindu Babu, he's studying. He's still student, the thing. He will learn a lot. Minimum 10, 12 years he has to spend. Okay. So, it's a process. So, I will invite Shayok. Shayok will come and give demonstration. And Mithun Chakraborty, the student, the senior disciple of Apurva Lal Manna, he will accompany him, okay, in Pakhwaj. And after that, Ujjalindu Babu is here today also. He is also speak about the Gharana because he is the ultimate person who can speak better than all of us. And he will also play and he will give the demo. And Shayok and Ujjalindu Babu will also play some duet. Thanks to Kichluji, my pranam actually to Kichluji, because he supported me a lot. When I started to do this research, Meenaji taken me to him and he listened properly. And after that, we worked for that serial. Still lots of recordings are there. And thanks to Sangeeta Ashram to give us support and arrange this. Thank you.
That was very well played, Sayak. I wish to know this bamboo veena, which is newly reconstructed by your guru. What are the special features of this veena?
Thank you, Didi. Yes, this newly reconstructed Veena is actually Rudra Veena, and this Veena belongs to a very ancient tradition. The first, this Veena, this word we are getting from Bharata's Natya Shastra, and from there we are getting the use of bamboo in Veena. So it's a very long ancient lineage of Veena, and gradually the Veena developed from Ghosha to Alapini, Ekatantri, Kapilasika, Kinnari, and then the final development of Veena is this Rudra Veena. This Rudra, the word, is actually suggestive of Shiva. Why this Shiva, this terminology we are adding with Veena? Veena is Strilinga, is female, the gender. So this is a Shakti, and Rudra is Shiva, Purusha. So it's an amalgamation of Purusha and Prakriti is happening here. How? This whole dand, that means this bamboo part, whole bamboo part is a suggestive of spine, spinal cord. And these threads are the spines. So in our body also we can see the first are in a very long distance in spine also, and the later in the end of the spine there is a short distance of the spines, between the spines. So here is also that process followed by the predecessors. And these two tumba mentioned in Shaivism as the breast of Parvati. Why? Without feeding the breast, people can't survive. So breastfeeding is actually to grow a body, a annamaya sharira, human body, gross human body. So these two gourd is actually suggestive of Shakti, and this dant or the danda is suggestive of Shiva. And this end of the Veena, we used to see this as a Hamsa. We used to say Hamsa. It's not a Mayura, it's a different Gharanas problem is there, we know. Some used to say Mayura, some used to say Hamsa. But actually Veena, if we are saying Veena, then we have to say this is the Hamsa. Hamsa is actually suggestive of Anahata Nad. When we are breathing, taking the air and releasing the air inside our body, inhaling and exhaling. So that part is actually you are doing hum, sa, hum, sa. This suggestive is here. So actually the vayu inside, the air inside this done, we are manipulating and playing. Here also the same thing. So by Shakti we are manifesting our own Pran Vayu with music.
belong to Rampur, Senia Rampur Gharana. Is that so?
Yes.
So, in what way your playing style differs from other gharanas?
Actually,
I saw you wearing 3 mizrabs. So did Sayak.
yes. Actually, if I want to say anything about my playing, I have to say about Surbahar and invention of Surbahar. And then we have to go back to the sixth generation of Tanshen's daughter's heritage. That was Chota Nawab Khan and the great musician Nirmal Shah Binkar. Ustad Umrao Khan, the son of Chota Nawab Khan, he was a genius about Veena and also Dhrupad. His student Ghulam Muhammad Khan, actually Ustad Umrao Khan invented this instrument for his student Ghulam Muhammad Khan, because there was at that time there was a system, that a tradition that generally the musicians of Sheni Gharana, they did not give talim to the other than son or son-in-law, like that. So he invented Surbahar for his student Ghulam Muhammad Khan. This is the first time Surbahar invented. And Surbahar, actually, Surbahar, you see the Surbahar, there are 2 types of string settings. One is upper and another is lower. Actually, Surbahar used to be make from Veenas, Rudra Veena and also sitar. This is actually sitar.
A blend of 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some like frets like that, it is called Chal That Veena. Here is this is Rudra Veena is Achal That. That means every fret is fixed, but we have to change. If we change our raga, Kumala, Suddha, Sara raga, then we have to change the frets. As well as sitar, also the same thing. Now, your question is about this technique.
Yes.
Technique actually, Surbahar playing technique is almost like Veena, Rudra Veena. That means with 3 fingers, actually we used 3 fingers. One is mid finger, another is forefinger, and another is little finger, 3 finger, just like Veena. Because we used to follow the Veena playing. Umrao Khan's son, Amir Khan, Ustad Amir Khan, that Amir Khan of Seni Gharana, actually Umrao Khan stayed in Lucknow. And after the demise of Umrao Khan, Amir Khan actually at that time, he after that resided to Rampur. And at that time, Ustad Bahadur Sen, maybe Bahadur Hussain also, they actually formulated some technique, Veena technique, something like that in Rampur. So it is called Rampur Seni Gharana. We follow the Rudra Veena.
So that is how you are teaching Sayak.
Right.
So there is another thing I notice. Your style of playing alap is more or less the same, but jod and jhala is different.
Yes, of course. But actually, in our gharana, that means Seni, Rampur Seni Gharana. Rampur Seni Gharana was famous for alap, because alap, at that time, alap has 12 parts. Dadas Ang alap. So our alap is famous for this. We maintain this. That means in our alap, we maintain firstly in slow, when there is no tempo, at that time there is 4 parts. That means Sthai, Antara, Sanchari and Abhog. After that, we introduce Chala. And this jhala, after jhala, then we call thok. In this thok, after that, lari, largutha, lallapet, and the 12 different parts in this alap. So our alap is very large.
And there is another thing which was very intriguing, that is different jatis was included in.
Generally, our Veen style playing, we follow generally Chautal or Adital. Adital means 8-bit tal, 8-bit tal. We follow this. But other than these two tals, we used to play in seven matras, 5 matras, 3 matras, like that. So this is also jati. Tisra jati means 3. Chasustra
Yes.
means 4, like that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.